Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of the YouTube world, CJ Rose's back in the building. Welcome back to the channel. I've been contemplating on making this video for the last couple of days because I wasn't sure specifically if I wanted to make it or not. But the more time kept passing by, I said, you know what? Screw it. Why not? So here we are. Let me move up a little bit. Okay. So, I believe it's been about a month or so since Andrade left WWE or got released from WWE. Now, it is a myriad of things as to why he got released. I ain't getting into it. We ain't speculating nothing, right? It's happened. It's done. We've moved on from it. And, you know, as he got released, the only thing I can say or think about is, damn, that's twice now. Like, there's been just a good amount of people that have been released, hired. It's been hired first, released, hired again, and then released again. Braun Strowman comes up. Samoa Joe is another. You know what I'm saying? There's been that myriad of people that have been hired twice and then released twice. Andrade becomes another person that happens to. And I'm like, damn. Well, hope Andrade, hope he does whatever he does, hope he does it with the best of his ability. I wish him well, right? What I didn't expect him to do is what he did on Wednesday. So Wednesday was, AEW Dynamite, as it always is. They were celebrating their 6-year anniversary. The first match to happen was Kenny Omega teamed up with the tag team champions. Is it Brodito? Is that their name? Brodito? They took on the Young Bucks and Josh Alexander. Kenny Omega and the tag champs got it done. And then, Kenny Omega got on the mic and he, pretty much talked about, how AEW made it to 6 years. We've been going strong. Yada, 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 whatever he says. And then he ends with the signature, goodbye, mwah, good night, bang, right? He ended with that. Now, as he finished it, the lights go out. It's dark. So now I'm sitting there like, okay, something's about to happen. What's about to happen? Lights come back on. There's a dude with a mask. That mask looks very familiar. I paused because I didn't watch AEW Dynamite until Thursday. I didn't watch it until the next day. I stopped. I paused it. I looked real hard. And I said to myself,
I know that ain't who I think it is.
And as I'm looking, I'm like, oh man. Removes the mask. And there he is. Andrade El Igoro, as he was named in AEW, has returned. And apparently has aligned himself with Don Callis. Okay. So Andrade being aligned with Don Callis isn't my thing, right? That's not the thing that I'm kind of sitting here and thinking more about. I'm thinking more about the fact that he went back to AEW. That's my thing. He went back. The same place that he sat here and said, I want to leave. I want to go back to WWE, right? He left. He went back to WWE last year, came back a year ago. Didn't really do anything worth noting. The only thing I think he did was become the speed champion. I think that's literally all he did. And I have a best of 7 series with Carmelo Hayes, which was fire, by the way. But other than that, Andrade really didn't do anything. I thought there was like a good amount of promise with the Andrade and Rey Fenix tag team. But let's be factual. When it comes to tag teams with Rey Fenix, there's only one person I want to see Rey Fenix team with, and that's his brother. But, you know, even so, I still thought there was something there. But that didn't really go anywhere. That didn't really do much. I mean, I think they won a couple matches. But other than that, I don't think that was going to last as long as they thought it would. So then, you know, Andrade feels, he feels upset. He feels aggravated. He says, I want to leave. Boom, he leaves. Now he's back in a place where he's doing something different. And I don't know how well that would work for him. Now, when I saw Andrade on Dynamite, the only thing I can really sit here and say to myself is that man needed money. That's all I can say. That man needs money. Because why would you go back there? Now, I don't know who called who. I don't know if Andrade called Tony or Tony called Andrade. They had a conversation. And I'm sure Tony sat there and said, you know what? This time around is going to be much better. In fact, I'm going to pair you with Don Callis. You're going to be so much better with him. The only thing I can tell you Don Callis will give you is a lot of good advice. Because Don Callis has been around the business for a very long time. So I'm sure that man will give you a lot of different types of advice. I'm sure. But being with a stable that for some reason, every time I close my eyes, it gets bigger every single week. I don't know what Don Callis will do for Andrade. I don't. Now he's with the Don Callis family. There's already people in the Don Callis family that I'm not even sure are going anywhere. You know what I'm saying? Lance Archer, I don't know where he's going. I'm pretty sure he's just going to be exactly where he is. So nothing's really changed with him. Josh Alexander's the real thing. Now I'm kind of sitting there like, I feel like Josh could be doing more, but I don't know. Guess it depends. I feel like Takeshita is like 2-3 rivalries away from becoming the world champion at some point. And Kyle Fletcher right now is Okada as well, because I guess Okada is technically with the Don Callis family as well. Okada is the what do they call it? The Continental Champion? I don't know what champion he is anymore, but I know he's a champion. And Kyle Fletcher's the TNT champion. Like, those are the only two that I know that are like really thriving right now. But yeah, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I guess only time will tell. But with Andrade, I don't know. I don't know how this situation is going to be better than his first. But I may be talking really. I may not be giving it the credit that it needs. So you know what? I'm gonna let it build. I'm gonna let time go on, and we're gonna see what happens. I'm not sure what's gonna happen. I don't know, but it just looks like a very weird situation. But we'll see. Again, we'll see. But yeah. Andrade is back in AEW. Okay. All right. Interesting. But we'll see how things go. But until then, it's been Rose, man. Thank you for watching. Thank you for all the love and support. As always, want to show my face and pop in with this video. You'll see me this week because Crown Jewel is this weekend. So you already know the predictions are going to come. As well as we got NXT Showdown, NXT versus TNA on Tuesday. There's a match that will happen. You know, there's a match that is gonna happen, and it probably needs to be discussed. So we'll talk about that when it happens. And yeah, that's all I got. So until next time, peace, love, 100. You're